of manipulation of anything, especially of ideas, when it comes down to, well, developing an idea as an artist. It's the same idea, it's an incubation period before you actually start making your work. Really putting something from a seedling, you grow it, you have to nurture it, and if you do it properly, it will actually become something. If you don't, you know, it just dies or whatever. So I think that's where that started off with, and at the same time, all the files are, I was really intrigued by the debris left after riots, but you don't know what instigated the riots or whatever, so you don't know when before the people got pissed off or was a party or something, and then I'm thinking about all these other files that you don't know the history of it, so it's very ambiguous. So it could be politically, it could just be, you know, a house or something which is taken down, or just even construction sites. And then there's something to the piles itself which is sort of beautiful at the same time. So, and then, I mean, these things, they're all from memory, so there's all these crazy things in half the time. I'm not quite sure what they're doing there.
So you're not using photographs at all?
They're from memory, as in like forks and things you used to see in?
Yeah, just anything which is a pile or could be something like that, and then you just start drawing and things just come together and you have to figure out the composition, add more things to it. There's certain symbols I want to place in them. Then they find a place and you just start working around that till it's drawn up. But it's ambiguous what they are, what made them happen. Because
it could be the debris after a riot.
It could be, yeah, and then it becomes all of a sudden
there was
more political
riots in your area?
I've seen a few, but it's...
He's kind of a fan of riots.
Well, just a little bit. No, but it's because there's always this leading up to this upheaval.
Right.
And then there's the aftermath, and you just see these remnants of it, but if you haven't been there, you just see that, you just don't know what that was. And sometimes, like, a party leaves stuff behind which it could be of something more sinister, you just don't know, so you just see that kind of stuff. So when you start reading into them that there could be riots which happen and then they created these piles, then it becomes a political drawing. Like, why do people riot? Like, what is creating this sensibility that, hey, there's something wrong, we just... And on the other end, you know, if you think, well, maybe it's a construction site, and it becomes something different. Like, they're actually building something up. So it's very in between what's happening there.
One thing I was really wondering about is the introduction of the trunk.
I'm not sure. I just bought it.
I thought that was really interesting in there. That was one that really drew me to that one. Let's see. The tree is sort of...
That's
it's almost like on a
greenhouse.
table, but it's in the air, in the greenhouse.
Well, I've done some larger paintings of greenhouses where I'm trying to put these... I don't want to just take something which already exists, a plant which exists. Like, I'm creating it anyway, so I have the freedom to put leaves where they shouldn't be, or have things... I mean, I have that freedom as an artist. I don't want to stick to any law of what graffiti is going to do, so why not take that freedom to do it?
I like it because it looks like it just arrived. Like it just arrived right from your studio. It's got the clips on, and it's got the trunk, and it's just here I am.
Well, I actually like that idea to actually present it that way, because it's. I mean, the paper is so delicate anyway. Now it has a backing behind it, and even the colors, like to set it off a little bit instead of the white wall.
Some solidity to it.
Yeah, but the other thing too is with most of them, I try to create these little homes inside the piles. Like some sense that you can actually live in them as well. Like, not sure.
That's the
if you needed
thing,
to camp on it or something like that for a weekend or something.
Yeah, I think it's a sense that like that things are so uncertain for many people that you kind of even wonder about where you don't even know where you're going to live in 5 years from now. And it's like creating these shelters in these strange places that you can actually live there or something. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure, but they all have some sense that you can actually go inside.
It's almost sustainability too. Like, I mean, you could, you know, that's gonna. It's something simple, but it can afford space. You know.
Yeah, it's I'm not sure where it actually came from. Like, it's just one of those things that it's. You know, if you move around or you kind of feel like you don't quite sure where things are at or where you belong, then you kind of want to create that. And I have the benefit that I can create that for myself in these drawings or in paintings. I can just do that. So then you create it, and when it's done, it's like, oh wait, you know, like. But it's also a complete joke because it's flat piece of paper. You know, it's such an illusion to actually want to go in it. There's no way you can do it. So you somehow it's a little bit playing with it as well. But I don't think
three-dimensional aspects to it.
Yeah, I don't think that's really what. But the same thing is, okay, how do you give bulk to a pile? You know, it's so flat. How do you actually make it believable that it actually has bulk and mass to it? And then you start with one, and the next one comes, and then it kind of grows.
Interesting.
So how many drawings do you think you did over the summer?
Oh, I don't really want to say because then I have to pay money back for paper.
No. No, it's just because you're saying this is only a small part of it.
Probably 45.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So, and then some paintings as well. But.
So you need the whole building really to exhibit.
Well, with this I could fill up every classroom with it's spaced out like this. Yeah. But I mean, a lot of them aren't that big either. They're just because they started out as sketches for paintings. So I've thought about it differently. There's like, okay, I mean, think about the size of the canvas and laying it out that way, and then kind of figure out where things go. And then eventually they just became more autonomous, and they started to do their own thing. So, but these, they probably all some of them will get translated into hopefully like 8 by 10 feet paintings, maybe a little bit bigger.
Oh wow!
Because that's how it normally work. Like,
okay.
Yeah, this is very small.
Micro scale for you.
It's miniature.
It is a bit miniature.
Big scale. That would be very interesting.
Well, because then it's larger than life size. For most
That'd be
people.
interesting to see you in action doing that.
Well, it's messier than this. But then you get a different relationship with it too, because there's all this mass and bulk of the paint, and it really protrudes from the canvas because it's built up, and it's way heavier. So your relation to that chunk or that pile becomes very different, just because of the materiality of it. So it's
So do you use oil?
Yeah. Well, because they're more sensual. They got a skin.
Yeah.
Like they're more like your like body. I see them more. So. That works a bit better. Nice. Yeah, next year I'm gonna do